God bless you. My name is Natán Hernández Alvarado, and I'm with my partner, Nahúm Alejandro Liborio Salinas. In this
Hi.
opportunity, we will interview Master Tito Martinez about the importance of economy in certain areas. So, Master Tito, can you introduce yourself?
Yeah, hello. Good night. It's good to see you, brothers. It's good to see you guys. And it's good to talk a little bit about this interesting topic. So important, right? And it's good to have this time together once again. And well, as you know, I was a teacher at Oasis in school for some years, and I taught the subject of economics for some time as well. Right, my major is on social studies, so my that's my specialty. All that has to do with social issues, such as the one we're going to talk about tonight.
Okay, now we'll start asking the first question.
So, in the first question, tell me, define in your own words what economics is and from what economist did you get the idea from?
Okay, first of all, let's state the difference between economy and economics, right? On a professional way, we define economy as the production, distribution, and consumption of goods and services, right? And then economics is a science that studies those things, right? So this is the concept. But now you ask for my concept, my definition, my own words. I would say that economics is a study of how economy works, right? Including all the actions that involves goods and services, right? That's how I define it. Is the study of how economy works worldwide or in a small area, right? Where did I got that idea from? Well, J.B. Say is an economist that said something similar to that, right? And it's very similar to what Adam Smith used as a definition. Adam Smith defined economy based on wealth, right? And Adam Smith is the father of the Wealth of Nations, the writer of the Wealth of Nations. He's considered the father of modern economy, right? And you will know about him. You will study about him this year. So that's how we could define, or I could define economics.
Really good answer. Was really completed. Really appreciate it. Thank you. So, right now, we're going to pass to the second question. So, this one is really interesting. What is your point of view about the economy in El Salvador?
Well, yeah, that question is really, really, not that the other ones are not, but this question is really interesting. So, first of all, I said that I'm worried, right? In one hand. And then in the other hand, I'm saying that never before we had seen such an investment in nations this public and social development, right? So the government is doing a big investment. Never before we've seen such a great investment. And you see, why is Brother Tito worried if he's saying that we have seen such a great investment? Well, that includes, involves money. The question is it sustainable? And if it is sustainable, for how long will the government be able to sustain that public investment? So really, I'm happy in one side because I see the investment, and the other hand, I'm worried because there's about the future. There's a lot of questions about the future.
I like that answer because you contrast the two ideas of the good side that is important about the investment and in the bad part that, I mean, we need to wait for that answers if the economist, if the in production and the investment was good.
From your perspective, do you consider that the decrease in delinquency in El Salvador has generated a climate of security to improve the economy?
You guys touched a very important point. This is the thing. My answer is yes, of course. For years, many years, we knew that violence was one of the main reasons why international businesses and companies from other nations and our own were afraid to invest in the country. Who wants to invest in the most violent nation in the world? But but things have changed. We have to say it, right? And at the same time, local entrepreneurs didn't prosper. I would say it this way. Um, La Nia Juana, the owner from the corner store, right? Since that leader entrepreneur to the owner of the workshop, the shoe store, and everything, they were afraid. They didn't prosper because they made money and they had to pay the rent, to the gang member. They quit their efforts. Some of them, they quit their efforts. They closed their businesses, or they were afraid to start initiatives because of the violence and delinquency. Yeah. So yeah, of course, delinquency, violence in El Salvador. Now, there's a time of security. So it really does improve the economy. And whoever says the opposite is wrong.
Can the economy be explained through the Bible? Explain and support your answer.
Seek the Lord first, seek the Lord's kingdom first, all things will come along, right? If you put God in the first place, all the other things will come along. But then we have some others like God bless a diligent hand, right? Not the lazy hand, the ones that are lazy, they're not blessed, It's that I'm Christian, God's gonna bless me. No, if you're gonna work hard, right? Bible says that if you work hard, you will be blessed. Do everything for the Lord. From the heart, that's excellence. One more, don't just do what you're asked to, run the extra mile, right? Because if you are doing, if you just do what you're asked you, what they ask you to do, you are what useless. The Bible says you're useless servant. But if you want to be an excellent servant, not a useless one, you have to run the extra mile. What does that mean? It means you have to do more than what you're asked to, right? And that is excellence too.
I like that point that you said, do everything for God. I mean,
Right,
you need to do everything good because it's for God. I mean,
right,
you need to try to put your best because you're going to show God's example with your life. So that is the
and as
main
we
thing about this.
right, and as we always say, for God the best,
Yeah, that is fundamental. I
right?
think that is the best that you can explain in your daily life with economy in the Bible. Try the best for God. Do the
Right.
best
Bible
for Him.
has a lot to say about economics, good economics.
So let's move on quickly to the last question. Now,
All right.
What advices can you give us, the youth, about the importance of studying the subject of economics?
I will tell you guys, the economy is something that you will have to deal every day. You will have to deal with every day. Whether if you are any kind of professional, you're a doctor, a teacher, a business owner, whatever you are, you have to deal with economic decisions. If you lead a ministry, you will have to deal with economic decisions. And of course, if you don't do any of those, but I think you will do one or the other. But if you run your family with success, if you want to run your family with success, you have to deal with economic decisions every day, right? So if you want to skate, we have to make economic decisions, like it or not. And if you have knowledge on that, if you have the right principles, you will take the right ones and be prosper.
So, thank you for this opportunity, brother. It was incredible to talk with you.
yeah, it was a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you so
It
much.
was a pleasure.
So
Okay,
this
good
is the
night.
end of the interview, and God bless you.
God bless you.
Thank
Bye,
you.
everybody.
Bye.
Okay.